Okay, that's enough time. You've probably already figured out that I am not John Hamm. I'm not Bob Costas. I'm not even that lady with the talking dogs who sells used cars on TV. I am not the kind of local celebrity you usually see in a video for a nonprofit. My name is Aaron Mermelstein, and I've been a working journalist in St. Louis for a long, long time. I tell stories. I don't advocate things. I don't endorse things. I'm a storyteller. Now, a lot of the stories that I tell are fleeting. They're today's news. Here today, gone tomorrow, tell me something new. But this is exactly the opposite. This is a story about forever. This is a story about permanency.
Permanency, it's meaning that you always have somebody.
Permanency means like not having to go anywhere else.
They stole our hearts.
It's hard to describe. I mean, I love this dude to death.
Now they have family.
Bringing them here was the best thing I could have done.
The kids will be coming with us.
They loved us so much they wanted to adopt us.
Right now in the St. Louis Metro, there are 3,500 kids in foster care. 800 of them are waiting for a foster or adoptive home. The Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition works to find foster and permanent homes, permanent families. It strives to find each of these kids a place to call home. Home. There's no place like it. These are dedicated people.
Part of extreme recruitment is to reconnect kids with family, right? Yes. But how do you define that reconnection?
They're crazy dedicated people, high motivation do-gooders with huge hearts and unstoppable spirits.
So he was matched with the family. He is moving in next Friday.
Since 1989, there have been more than 2,500 placements, more than 2,500 kids, more than 2,500 homes.
It was a sibling group of 4, and I immediately placed there's 2 girls and 2 boys, and I immediately placed the girls the same day I received the case.
For more than 25 years, the Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition has found and trained and supported foster parents, provided programs and services for foster kids, and found adoptive homes. Forever families.
This is a collective group of people who keep the priority to keep the safety, that understand how important it is to support our children and our families.
Why was she unable to provide care at that time?
Mom had 6 kids under the age of 8.
Wow.
It's multifaceted, aggressive recruitment for kids waiting for families and families waiting for kids. It's all about trying to keep kids from having to move, to give them permanency.
Children have to leave who they are, their history, everything they liked and loved, everything about them has to be left behind every time they enter a new home.
How they do it is downright revolutionary, especially for finding homes for older kids and siblings. It's so innovative, Time magazine and the New York Times have covered it. It's recruitment that's completely extreme.
Hi, Miss Annette. This is Carlos again. I was hoping to catch you. I wanted to discuss a little bit more detail the family tree.
Carlos Lopez spent 20 years as a St. Louis street cop and detective, using the internet, databases, the phone, savvy, and good old shoe leather. He and his fellow investigator, Shanetta Reed, build a family tree. Then they investigate to find any vital connection that might unite kid to family. Then he contacts as many of those actual blood relatives as he can connect with, all to find permanency inside the kid's own family. He calls, he writes, and he knocks on doors.
Not open. Not the end all.
The success rate in finding family members, 80%.
How often does it happen that you get no answer?
It happens a percentage of the time.
Is it frustrating?
No, come back.
The average number of family members found? 117. Impressive, huh?
No one did this work. No one had the time to devote an investigator, a detective, a family finder, if you will, to just focus on this part and open up so many more connections for the child.
Every child in foster care deserves a loving family and that one person they can connect with no matter what.
30 Days to Family is a sprint to find appropriate relatives within the first month that a child enters the foster care system.
Well, any relative that's involved in any way from the very beginning, they're there because they love the child. There it is.
Kelly Sullivan is a 30 Days to Family specialist.
Families take care of families. It's been done for a long, long time, and our child welfare systems have kind of gotten away from that.
They can say, I have a mom, or I have a dad, I have someone that believes in me and that's going to help me through the good times and the bad times.
So what's the payoff? What's the outcome of all of this dedication and enthusiasm and extreme effort? Christy and Matt had 2 birth children, little kids, then adopted 2 teenage boys, Eddie and Alex.
We were ready to adopt. We were ready to take them in and keep them forever. They were fantastic kids. They just needed someone to love them.
Well, yeah, I had a brother, but nothing else. Like not a mother, father, or any grandma or grandpa or anyone.
And now?
I have everything I need.
Yeah, I'm part of a family. They never leave me, and I'll have them for the rest of my life, and I'm really grateful for that.
But to have that honest and true love for each other and trust that they're willing to give you that title of mom and dad, that's the final thing. That's the last thing that you need.
Where's your eyes? Where's your nose?
He's 19 months old, and Samantha calls him cute, because he is. He's her sister's son. Now he calls Samantha,
Mommy.
Now Cute has family photos. He has a place to call home.
And when they asked me, am I going to be in it for the long haul, I made that commitment. Now I made a promise to him too, once I got him home.
What was the promise?
That I'd never give up and let him go. That I'd be there for him always.
On this day, Kim and Danny were in family court seeking guardianship of their grandchildren. They got it.
The kids will be coming with us.
Are you happy?
Yeah. Real happy. I can't wait.
What's going through your mind? What's going through your heart at this point?
I'll be glad that the kids are with family.
Oscar's birth kids are grown, but when there was trouble in his family, he adopted a Journey, his great niece, and Sherrod, who's not a blood relative, but is part of the extended family.
I'm going to have an opportunity to mold them and shape them into some great individuals.
And you really don't think about it much. It's just like the place you always want to go. There's nothing better to go than home.
And this is home?
Yeah.
It feels warm. I like it. I feel like it's home for me. I do.
What do you mean it feels warm?
Like love. You feel it. You just feel it. It just feels like home.
This is a story about permanency. This is a story about forever. The Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition of St. Louis. Extreme effort. Always to find places for kids to call home.